So basically, it's just that you have like a domed ceiling, and so there's a pretty. It's basically a gap all the way around that you can fly through. And
Let's fly through it.
Can I ride the dire bench too? Like the
no,
goblins?
you
or-
are
yeah,
a little bit too large.
Yeah,
for the
that's what I
dire bats
figured.
To effectively
That's what I
fly
figured.
you on.
Yeah, I'll send this goblin in my stead.
Okay, so one goblin and her.
Yes.
As you fly through the gap. Nothing really happens. Do you continue approaching the? Oh, from what side of the mountain? Oh, what do you leave on the side that the encampment is on? Like, there's the encampment on the mountain. Let's say here. Do you leave going this way or going one of the other ways?
Well, the closest.
So probably that way.
Yeah,
Okay.
that makes no sense.
So you approach the mountain, or the other mountain that's coming down, and do you just continue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's continue flying.
Do you
traveling.
fly under the upside down mountain?
Should we? That sounds like bad luck. Is there any
Yeah.
other way to go?
Remember, you're just kind of saying it's upside down because there is no gravity anymore.
So yes, we'll fly underneath it. Sure.
Okay, you fly underneath it. Roll a spot check.
Why?
Goblin sees very well. Goblin looks up at the mountain. As you pass the tip of the mountain, he points upward and shouts, "Ah!"
Okay.
Do you look up?
Yes.
You see the camp.
What do you mean?
The camp.
Our camp?
Your camp.
So what about it?
You
It's
flew in a
above
straight
us?
line, and the camp is now above you.
Well, that's fucked up.
What? You're a dickweed. Oh my god. What are we gonna do now? Can we shoot the mountains? Can we just blow things up until we get out of here? Like, can we just defiantly make our way out, crying like little crybabies until we get our way?
I mean, you could try that.
Maybe we could like tie a string to a stake in the encampment and then fly out and see what happens. See how space is distorted to make that happen.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
And trail it behind us.
You're
as
the
we
smart
fly.
one.
Your journey already took you probably close to half a day, so you get more food and then do that. And you go out, and the string seems to behave pretty normally. And once you get back to the encampment, the string seems to go off forever in that direction, and then goes around the mountain out of sight, and then the string comes back over the mountain that you perceive as your mountain, and comes into the camp.
So that gave us like nothing. It just confused us more.
Are there deities in this world? Can we ask you questions?
Do you just wait a couple more days, or do you do something like see what happens if you go downwards, i.e. dig?
That's what I was actually going to suggest next.
Let's dig.
Okay.
Potter uses dig.
You dig. You have lots of goblins, so you can dig rather fast. How far away from the mountain are you digging?
Pretty far away?
Yeah, I've lived on this mountain for a long time and know what's under it and around it, so it makes sense to dig more towards where we don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, so about And so pretty close to where the other mountain comes,
Mhm.
or it's like right in between the two,
Yeah, let's go.
because you've identified the other mountain
Sweet
is
spot.
your mountain,
Mhm.
just upside down. So you dig, you dig, you dig, you dig.
And we find China.
And we come up on the other side, and we're in the middle of the encampment. I bet.
No,
Oh,
you very quickly, your goblins very quickly dig so that they're on the ceiling.
what the hell? The ceiling of what?
The ceiling of this ground dome.
Yeah, so you start digging basically here, and you appear here.
I don't like you. I really don't right
Are
now.
we within a sphere where each side has contact with the other? Would that be?
Congratulations! You figured it out.
What? I don't get it. Explain, Goblin, whatever, Legolas. I don't remember this. Romeo, this.
Well, the world we're in right now, or wherever we are, is a sphere. Each side is in contact with the other, so it's sort of folded around itself. I could express
Okay.
it. I mean, I am a physics major, so it's like
So you could
There
tell
are
Yeah,
ways of
I was only
conceptualizing.
able to figure this out by talking to a physics major and another person who is stranger and smarter than I am.
So you could touch one side and like also feel the other side.
It's like it's folded around itself, sort of. So if you poked your finger through one side, it would appear out the other side.
Oh, that's dope. Okay, that's what I
So
thought.
basically,
It's-
if you were a really good marksman and you shot an arrow at the other mountain that you see,
You'd hit yourself in the head.
you would hit yourself in the other.
I'm glad we didn't decide on
It's
catapult.
just
Also-
kind of like
Also, another thing you should realize, or I should have another descriptor thing. You've noticed that if you walk around the mountain or fly around the mountain, the other four mountains twist. So they turn with you,
Okay.
which is just another effect of the same thing.
because it's sort of like we're
Your
surrounded-
one goblin that happens to have 18 intelligence works out because he somehow knows multiple dimensions,
He's a
multi-dimensional,
physicist goblin.
multi-dimensional geometry.
Okay, so now that we know that,
Now what? I mean, this world is completely self-contained within it.
right?
So how the heck are we gonna get out?
Also, please, so the hole took quite a while since it's really hard to dig in zero gravity.
Oh, true. Despite our many men.
Well, actually, you can manipulate zero gravity to help digging.
Yes, but you're not used to that, so
True.
you figure it out eventually, but
We have a hole.
it took a while. Yes, you have the hole that just teleports you from one side of the mountain to the other.
Oh, we're so fucked. What do we do? Do we break it? Do we like break the dimension somehow? Like, how do we get out of this?
Maybe if we tried focusing
So-
a spell on the sort of wall.
So here. I'm gonna give Otter a knowledge art. You know what? Your 18th level, 18 intelligence goblin is a really, really, really weak wizard, but he can cast detect magic. You cannot do detect magic yet, but he can, and he casts detect magic. The only magic is her and him. There is no, and the light sources that are kind of coming from the ceiling, the little blobs of light that are illuminating.
Okay.
So that means
So-
that the really fucked up world we're in isn't due to magic. Is that it? That the really fucked up place we're in, that isn't caused by magic. Is that it?
Well, if it's caused, it's probably caused by magic, but it is not in itself a magical effect. The magic that caused it has ended.
Ah.
What the fuck? If it ended, then we should be out of this shit by now.
No, it's not. It's just a thing that
It's
happens.
self-sustaining.
Like if you shoot a fireball and things explode, the magic is done once the things explode. They don't unexplode.
True.
If you tear a hole in reality using magic, the magic is done once you tear the hole in reality. It doesn't untear after you
I get it. It's
stop
not
the
like a
magic.
spell or any shit like that.
Yeah.
So what do we do to fix it?
Maybe we
A
could.
couple days later, from the top of the dome, which is right above the top of the mountain,
Mm-hmm.
a portal opens up.
Yes, let's go through it.
Well,
And
seems risky.
I get to roll a d30.